Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're back in Los Angeles, California. Technically you could call this Culver City, but this is Hillside Memorial Park Cemetery, and this is one of the big cemeteries for celebrities. There's a lot of big names here, and we're going to talk about just one of them today. But come on back to the channel if you're new here, because we're going to do a lot of cemetery tours and cover a lot of different people in this cemetery. But for today, we're going to talk about Milton Berle. Now, when you think of old school Hollywood legends, you're probably going to think of people like Bob Hope, like Jack Benny, who's also laid to rest here. Milton Berle is definitely going to be on that list. Now, we are going to find him over here, but it may take just a second. Now we're on the right track. But Milton Berle, he was born in New York City in 1908, and he was one of the few guys that you can really think of that made an entire career in show business. Now, he worked over 8 decades as an actor, as a comedian. He first started in silent films on stage as a child actor, and then he conquered radio, he conquered movies, television. He was the first major American TV star, and he was known to viewers all over the world as Uncle Miltie or Mr. Television. And this was during the early days in television. Now, a lot of people, if you have a really good career in Hollywood, you get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Milton Berle had two. He had one for both radio and TV, and there's not very many people that have that honor. Most people know of Milton Berle from his radio days or from his TV days or even some of his films, but this dates me a little bit. But the first thing I ever saw Milton Berle in was, if you remember the band RATT. They had a hit song called Round and Round, and Milton Berle was actually in the music video for that. If you've seen the music video, he was dressed in drag, and the only reason he did that is because his nephew was managing the band RATT, so they got him to do that, and they thought it would be funny, and it turned out to be one of the biggest music videos. But this is his final resting place right here. He has a crypt in this wall. It does say, "Loving husband, adored father, beloved Grandpa Milton, you filled our lives with laughter and love, 1908 to 2002. I should also note, for those of you that enjoy Hollywood history, that Milton Berle was one of the founding members of the Friars Club of Beverly Hills, and they were the ones that were notorious for their celebrity roasts hosted by Dean Martin. So he had a really interesting life, just a really interesting character, and a Hollywood legend. I would have given you a little bit longer look at his crypt, but there was somebody else waiting behind me, and I didn't want to take up too much time. But in April of 2001, Milton Berle announced that they found a malignant tumor in his colon, but he declined surgery. It was growing slowly, and they said that it could take up to 10 or 12 years to affect him significantly. But it wasn't too much long after that, in March of 2002, that he passed away in Los Angeles from colon cancer. But he made it to the age of 93, which is pretty good for anybody. But it was just an absolute legend, a Hollywood icon. And there's a lot of other interesting people in this cemetery. So be sure to check out future videos and even past videos, because there's a lot of cool stuff, and we visit a lot of interesting people. I also wanted to take this opportunity to send a big thank you out to Lorraine T. and Wisha Lawrence for being our newest channel members. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That definitely helps us when it comes to making videos like this and traveling and all that. But thank you all so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If this is your first time here, we post a video every week from various locations, whether it be celebrity graves, Hollywood locations, filming locations, historic sites, all that. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care, everybody.